Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with IRS. I worked at IRS a number of years. I was a teaching instructor, by the way, for the Internal Revenue Service. I know what I'm talking about. I've worked thousands of cases. I have a team of former IRS agents, and we're good. We have tax attorneys and CPAs, but we really pride ourselves, to be honest with you, on the on tax returns, and I mean on the offers and compromise. I used to accept offers and deny offers. If you want to know about me, I've worked, just so you know, I've worked thousands of cases. Go to my website, and you'll see I've been on the national news like a lot. Whatever I tell you is gold. If anyone tells you anything different than what I'm telling you, they're lying to you, just so you know that. I want to tell you 3 top tips for offers and compromise. These tips are gold. One of them, you're not going to hear from really anybody else but me. In accepting offers and compromise, you have to know what goes on when you work the offer and compromise. Remember, all these other people you see are commenting on things they've learned along the way. Well, we're kind of the learning source ourselves. So, you know, you work offers and you're looking at this, you're looking at that one. You go to lunch, you come back, you go to break, blah, blah, blah. You want to write a cover letter. You have to write a cover letter, please. No more than 2 pages. Tell the IRS agent why you want this offer through, what your circumstances are, why you can't pay, and put documentation with that. Some people have been sick. I had a dentist one time, owed tons of money. He wound up breaking his wrist. He owed over $400,000. I settled his case for $8,000. That's what it warranted. That's what his financial statement warranted. Couldn't have been less because he had a car that had value. So I actually sent a photocopy of the x-ray to show. So you got to support your letter. When IRS sees that, they'll say, wow, this person can't. You have to find a way to separate yourself from other people. This is the #1 golden tip that I can give you, because when you come back from break, you don't even know which offer you're working. You look at so many financial statements. Big. The other thing you have to know is 2 other things. Is make sure you have low values for your assets. IRS will check. If you're within 10, 15, 20%, you're using wholesale values, that's good. Many people put retail values of their assets. Make sure you're using 20% less wholesale values. That IRS will say, yeah, if you have like a car, maybe it has a lot of miles on it, so it's not worth what you think. So you can lower the value of your assets because you're looking at the straight value. The other big thing, the big thing is know the IRS national standards. That's why most offers don't go through. You have to know that IRS is not going to use your expense. They're not. They're going to go ahead and use their expenses in their national averages. I have a bunch of videos. If you want to know what the IRS national average is, look them up. Look at IRS statistics for offers and compromise for house and clothing, for car expenses, food and clothing, and what the hell's the other one? Let me think. Oh, yes, car payments. IRS dictates to you what you can spend on your car, what your operating expenses are going to be, what your food and clothing is, and what your housing and expenses are. You're going to be shocked when you find out what IRS is going to use. Why? These are Department of Labor statistics based on your county average. Most people who are filing offers, you're going to have a hard time getting them through when you find out what your housing and expenses are. So once again, just look them up. IRS national standards for house, food and clothing, housing and utilities, car payments, and car expenses. When you see that, you say, should I file an offer? Don't file the offer unless you know your offer, because you're extending your statute, and now you've left IRS into a financial trail right into your life. I know what I'm talking about. Sorry about the bad stream. You want me to look at your offer if you owe substantial money? Call me, give me a subscription. I give you the very best inside tips. Lastly, make sure all your tax returns are filed and you're current on your estimate payments if you're self-employed, or IRS is going to kick the offer back. I've worked them. I've accepted them. I know what I'm talking about. Thank you for the subscription.